Hello and welcome once again to the Smoky Valley Library's STEM video. This week our STEM lesson will be learning about our big blue marble. What am I talking about? Well, Earth, of course. The phrase big blue marble came from an award-winning PBS program called Big Blue Marble. No one knows for sure who was the first to use this famous phrase to describe planet Earth. Some say it was the crew of the Apollo 8 who reached and orbited the moon in 1968. I could only imagine seeing the Earth from the moon for the very first time and trying to describe it. Well, from the images, I'd say they got it right on the money. Seeing our planet from the distance gives us a sense of how beautiful, fragile, and unique our home is and how important it is to understand and preserve it. Engineers play a key role in developing technologies and designing systems that help us to use the Earth's resources wisely in order to keep them around for the future. Now, Earth is a very unique planet, as it's the only known planet in our solar system to contain life, and not just any life, human life. With an atmosphere to breathe, soil to grow with, water to sustain life, and minerals to build from, the human race has thrived. Earth even has its own cycles to keep things in balance. For example, the water cycle. The water evaporates into the atmosphere and then falls to the surface again as precipitation. Earth is often broken down into spheres when we describe different areas of interest. The Earth's hydrosphere is made of water that is essential to life, and it takes up about 70% of the Earth's surface. The lithosphere includes rocks, sand, and soil that make up the rest of the Earth's surface. Earth's atmosphere is what separates us from the vacuum of space, shields us from harmful radiation coming from the sun, and protects us from meteors, which mostly burn up before they can strike the Earth. Where we live is called the troposphere. This is where weather occurs. The innermost portion of Earth, or the core, is a rapid spinning molten mass made of iron and nickel. We'll discuss more of that here in just a moment. Now, Earth is not a solid mass. It has several distinct layers, as you can see behind me, and I'll also be showing you another image here in a moment. The Earth's brittle crust floats on a liquid layer called the asthenosphere. This is liquid molten rock, and when we see this molten rock, it's because it has surfaced from a volcano as lava. The land masses of Earth are also tectonic plates. These plates run into each other, under each other, and push against each other, causing earthquakes. Earth is divided into 10 major plates that are constantly on the move. When the plates grind past one another, causing earthquakes, we suddenly become aware of the movement on the plates. The plates also ride up over one another or collide to make mountains, or split and separate. Next, I'd like to talk a little bit about the moon. On July 20th, 1969, humans took their very first steps on the moon. The moon is our only natural satellite, which means the moon rotates around the Earth. Does the moon really shine by itself? No, it certainly does not. The moon gets its brightness from the sun reflecting off of the moon's surface. The current leading theory about the formation of the moon is that a Mars-sized rock once collided with Earth, and the resulting debris accumulated and merged under high temperatures to form the moon. Other than constant meteor impacts, the moon has remained mostly unchanged. A fine-grained soil or dust called regolith covers the surface, caused by constant bombardment by lunar rocks. The moon also has no atmosphere because of this, there is no sound travel on the moon because there's no atmosphere the sound waves to bounce off of. Our moon also appears to go through phases. This is depending on the angle at which the sunlight strikes the moon. This is referred to as a lunar month, and it takes 29.5 days. The moon also rotates once on its axis in the same amount of time as it revolves around the Earth. Because of this, the moon always shows us the same side to Earth. We call the other side the dark side of the moon. Now, contrary to popular belief, there have actually been 6 manned missions to the moon. The 6 Apollo missions that landed on the moon returned with a wealth of scientific data and almost 400 kilograms of lunar rock and soil samples. More recent missions have discovered ice at the poles of the moon. Surprisingly, and despite conclusive evidence, conspiracy theorists claim that the moon landings were a hoax, when in fact, we have been there 6 times. Thank you again for joining me and to learn about our big blue marble that we call Earth and our wonderful moon. If you'd like to learn more, please call or email us at the library to sign up for this week's lesson and activity where we will be making the phases of the moon and models of Earth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to check out Miss Amy's Storytime videos. Have a great day and we'll see you next week.